Hello, you guys. It is November 1st, and if I do things right, I might get a first video out within the first week of the month.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
For the first time, you guys, everything comes in strides and we go one day at a time. So today's Saturday, November 1st. Yesterday, you guys, I went trick-or-treating. And I had me a grandy old ball. I was a Power Ranger. When I get to editing, I'll insert some pics. However, that being said, the first book of the month of November, we are reading Boys Come First by Erin Foley. I literally just started this. I literally grabbed her off my shelf before I left the house. I was working on a video and I was reading a Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. That was chopped, screwed for the month of October. So whatever I had for October, depending on how I feel, I might not put it out. Anyways, we're reading Boys Come First, and I just started it. And I just want to say one thing, right? I'm 2 pages in, technically 1 page in, because let me show you guys. This just says winter, and then chapter 1, and then this is, I guess, page 2. You guys, I'm already on page 8. 2 pages. All of this counts as pages, you guys. Cut it out. Cut it out. Because, no, absolutely not. Anyways, this is also one of my 25 of 2025. So I need to start getting to that. I think I have like 7 or 8 more books to get to. I have a thing. I'll insert it. I think I have like 7 or 8 more books to get to. I'll try my best to get to them because they were there for a reason. And if they don't get read, damn. So yes, one of my 25 or 2025. This, if it didn't get read, it was going to get read regardless because February is coming up, and Erin Foley is a black man, and this follows a black gay man. So I'm a black gay man by a black man. It was going to get read in February, Black History Month, and my birthday month. So it was going to get read regardless. But we're in November, and I think I've been forcing myself to remain in my comfort zone in my reading, because this book was gifted to me by someone on Bookstagram for my birthday. Actually for Pride. This was gifted for Pride last year, and I put it on my list because I wanted to read this, but also it was on my list to be read, but I knew it was going to sit there because this kind of I want to say this is going to be like family drama, family we got 3 guys on the cover, a breakup. Maybe it's like a romance. A breakup. We have the guys coming together. Also, this is an adult book. The main character, Dominic, is 33. Yeah. So no kids around here. So yeah, this is an introduction to a November vlog, you guys. Boys Come First. And I think this is November not like fall, like these kind of colors? You guys, I don't fucking know. I'm just here for the ride, to be honest. I'm at work. So you guys won't see me. If you are gonna see me, you guys won't see me until 4 o'clock. I'm gonna sit here and read for the remainder of my 20 odd something minutes, and then fuck those people. So I'm gonna come outside when I go on break and read my book. Yeah. Later. Hello, you guys. Today is the 3rd. I did nothing. Well, I went to work yesterday. I did not record yesterday. I still plan on getting this out within the first week. Anywho, I'm untwisting my hair. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, you guys. Let me see. It's 3:46 in the a.m. I do not know why I'm awake. I'm off. I'm off today, and I do not know why I'm awake. I woke up to pee. And I think we all know how that goes. Once you wake up to pee, then it's it. That's it. So, I was reading this for a bit, but then I really wanted to take down my hair. I really wanted to untwist my hair, you guys. So I'm watching a Kendall video on the tube. Let's see. There we go. There's Kenya. There's Kendall. So yeah. Once I finish this, I'll come back and tell you guys about this book, because this book, you guys, the first 3 chapters are some of the gayest shit I've ever read. You guys, the first 3 chapters are some of the gayest shit I have ever read. And I absolutely love it, okay? I absolutely love it. So, in the first clip, I told you guys that we were following one guy. Incorrect. We are following all 3 guys, and they're... Hold on. Okay. And they're friends. They're best friends, and they all happen to be gay, you guys. You guys. They all are gay. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Okay? I started doing like a little light editing on this video, because I think I told you guys it's over there. I'm not getting it. I was reading A Song to Drown Rivers, and I really want to continue it, but if I continue the book and do the video, then there will be 2 videos coming out. But if not, I'll just read the book, and there really won't be a video. Because I mean, I could really cut that video in half, because it's a long video. And if I continue reading that book for that video, it'll be an even longer video. So maybe I could do that maybe I could read that book for this video and call it, because it's a fantasy. So yeah, maybe I'll cut that video in half, and I will put the book in this video. Yeah. You guys, when I get my hair redone and I get it put up like this in these 2-strand twists. Bro, this twist out, those curls, yeah, that's what we want. So I'm gonna continue watching my vid, continue watching Kendall's vid, and twist out my hair. You guys, why the fuck am I up? Why am I up? It's 3:51 in the morning on a Monday and I'm off. Why the fuck am I up, Brody? I don't like the implications of that. I do not like the implications of that at all. But I guess I won't sleep the day away. I told you guys I'm going on a cruise at the end of the month. I need to go buy some pants. I need to go buy some pants for my shirts because when I ordered my outfits, which is crazy work, and I think this just goes that just because I'm gay does not negate the fact that I am a man and I do have a man's brain, okay? I ordered a shit ton of shirts, no pants. Bro, I ordered a shit ton of shirts, no pants. I ordered one pants and it didn't come yet. But I ordered one pants. I ordered one pants. And I think I have like 10 shirts. 10 shirts or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Pathetic. Just pathetic. So yeah. Later. Hello, you guys. I want to tell you guys something so hilarious, okay? After that last clip, right, where I was untwisting my hair, this is the result, right? After that clip where I untwisted my hair, it was like 4:30, 4:44, 4:45, right? And I was like, okay. I watched a couple more videos. 5 o'clock rolled around. 5 o'clock, 5:30. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm still up. I'm gonna go to the gym, right? You guys, why did I then proceed to crawl into bed and close my eyes for 4 hours? So I got up at about 9:30. And I said, wow. So you know what I did? I went to the gym. Yes! Clap for This morning, you guys, when I woke up from the fumble, I went to the gym. Not only did I go to the gym, I went to the store, I bought some stuff that I needed. I went home, I took a shower, I was reading my book, and I said, I'm hungry. Let's go for sushi. Because we're going for sushi, you guys. We're going for sushi. I have my book. And you know what? I could tell you guys about it now. Because I realized I've been saying I'm going to tell you guys about it. But I haven't told you guys about it. Okay. We are following... let me lift it up real quick. I'm at a standstill. We're following 3 black men, right? Dominic, Remy, and Troy, okay? Dominic is best friends with Troy. Dominic does not know Remy. Remy is best friends with Troy. Troy is best friends with both Dominic and Remy, okay? So there we go. The only two people that don't know each other in this situation right now is Dominic and Remy, right? So boom. The book starts with Dominic speeding to his hometown from New York City, right? He broke up with his boyfriend and he left New York City and he's driving home to his hometown, Detroit, right? Along that drive, we get to know Dominic and we figure out that Dominic is a gay black man. He's 33. He's in the media industry, something along those lines, right? And he just lost his job, and he came home from losing his job to his boyfriend cheating on him. His boyfriend, that was supposed to be his fiance, cheating on him, right? So he left that and he's driving home to Detroit, right? To his mother's house. So he's crashing with his mother for a bit because he broke up with the boyfriend and he also lost his job. Then we meet Troy, right? Troy is another black gay man, right? And Troy is best friends with Remy and Dominic. And all these men, except for Dominic right now because he lost his job, they have permanent jobs. Troy is a school teacher at I believe elementary school in Detroit. And Detroit is in the process of being gentrified, right? So he's trying to navigate the school potentially being either closed permanently or it'll be transferred over to a predominantly white part of Detroit, and that's going to put the predominantly black kids that go to this school at risk because A, that's farther, and B, there are going to be an influx of white students. So boom, there's that. And then we meet Remy, and Remy is another black gay man. However, semicolon pause. Remy is kind of fine with the gentrification of stuff. He's kind of fine with it. He grew up not having, or did his father? I know what I'm saying, but I'm a little bit. Fuzzled, okay? So, he has money and he spends frugally, okay? He just spends frugally, and he's another black gay man, and he's just like, look, I didn't have it, I got it, why not spend it? And if you don't have it, then that's on you because I didn't have it and I got it. You know what I mean? So that's his take on everything. But they're all black. They're all predominantly black. I believe Remy is growing up. Remy started off as this. He's a mix. So his mother is Asian and his father is black. And in Detroit, he didn't meet a lot of mixed black Blasians. So after a while, he just took it upon himself to, you know what, I'm going to be fully black. When I'm filling out applications, they don't ask me if I'm Blasian, they ask me if I'm black or not. So I'm just gonna start being 100% black, and if it happens to come up in conversation, you know, who's your mother, I'll say, you know, boom boom boom, and it just goes from there. But they're all a little bit besides Remy, because I told you about him, they're all a little bit concerned about the gentrification, right? Because this is their hometown. This is their stomping grounds. This is the way they grew up, right? So we're following all of that. I think somewhere along the lines, I was saying the genre of the book. You guys know I'm not a genre king. I don't know genres. Don't ask me genres. Don't quiz me on them. But I did go on Goodreads when I was logging this book that I was reading it. And this book is contemporary fiction, queer, adult, romance. So someone's gonna fall for someone, and we're gonna go from there. Obviously, someone's gonna fall for someone because I could tell you, right? Let me tell you, because there's not really a spoiler. It's like page 1 type shit. Dominic has this thing where he does not want to be a stereotype of a black man. He doesn't want to be considered a daddy to anybody, and he has this thing where if he's not married by 35 and have all the fixings of being a stable black gay man in America, he feels like he's going to be stereotyped as a sugar daddy, as someone's plaything, and his boyfriend, ex-fiance, cheated on him, kind of started to put cracks in his armor, on top of him losing his job, because those happened in the same day. So, and now he's back home in his childhood home, in his teenage home. So all of that is kind of like breaking his armor, so to speak. And I think that's gonna be a great story. I've been saying I would like more black gay characters, and when I mean black gay characters, I'm talking about these kind of characters where they're grown, they have jobs. Like I would have took a 25, 26, 27, you know, because I'm 25. I'll turn 26 next year. So I turned 26 in 3 months, right? So I would have taken that. But these are grown men, and I told you guys this shit is a horny mess, because it is indeed a horny mess. These guys, I kid you not. So the first 3 chapters were specific chapters for each of them, and it was just like introducing us to each of the characters. And I kid you not, those were some of the horniest, gayest shit that I've ever read, okay? That I have ever read. And I was like, damn, I'm in for a ride, okay? So there was that. But also, these men, specifically Dominic, they're obviously craving relationships. They want that companionship. They want all the fixings of a happy, stable life in America, and they want the family to go along with that. So I think that's gonna be a great story. You know what I mean? I told you guys that I think I got stuck in my comfort zone of reading domestic thrillers, horrors, and psychological thrillers and shit like that. And I was neglecting the contemporary fictions. I was neglecting the romance. I'm neglecting I might even say sci-fi, you know. I might go and do a sci-fi book. Like, I'm neglecting those stuff, like, and I'm already off rip. These 4 chapters that I'm in, I'm enjoying this shit, like. So I said I'm 12 minutes, all of that to say I'm gonna get some sushi and then read my book, you guys. Yeah. So if I give you, I want to add another book in this video, so I don't want to make this video too long. So if I give you halfway updates, then I give you halfway updates. But if not, then I'll just give all of that in the wrap up, because I want to get another book in this video, and I think we're gonna go with a song John Rivers by Anne Leanne, because I told you guys I started that book already for another video, but I think I'm gonna cut that video in half. So yeah. Hello, you guys. It is 9 o'clock. It is the end of the day, and I got some things to come and say. So we did go for sushi. Sushi was delicious. I didn't record because it was kind of full, and this is only my second time going out to eat by myself. So although I'm gaining like comfortability sitting alone, I think that depends on the packedness of the building, because I was looking around and everyone was like either coupled up or thrupled up or 5 and 6 and grouped up and shit. And I started getting in my head a bit, and I was like, damn, I'm by myself eating sushi while everyone around me is like having mad conversations and like whatever. There was this lady and there was this group, right, sitting in front of me, and this lady was going off about her baby daddy, and the restaurant was like packed. So I was like, oh, we just do that now, we just like go off. So whatever. However, with that being said, I have to watch this back. I don't know if I said I was gonna go buy some books, but I bought some books, right? And I was going to go to the dollar store and just go buy, some books. But I'm setting a precedent that when I carry myself out to eat, I think I'm gonna also splurge on a new book or two. I think I'm gonna do that because I don't go out. I don't go out at all. I'm either at work or I'm at home. There's no outings. So I figured that since I'm starting to go out, starting to take myself out, and this was the second time that I did so, I figured I'd go buy some books. And what did I do? I bought some new books. So I bought 2 books. I'm actually quite excited for these 2 books. Actually, we have 3 books here. So the first book we have is Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones. This will be my first Stephen Graham Jones, and I'm excited for this book, okay? Is it Buffalo Hunter or some shit like that he came out with, and I was going to buy that book, and I decided to wait, and then he came out with another book, and I was like, okay, none of these are like kind of jiving to me. And then when I went to Books A Million a couple weeks ago, I went to Books A Million and I saw this book and I was like, this seems interesting. And I didn't pick it up. And then I went to Books A Million again with a friend because we had a little outing, and I saw this book again and I still didn't pick it up. Today was the day. today was the day because this book, Three Strikes, I obviously need to read it, okay? So, I said there's 3 books here, right? The gag about this book is, whoa, The Babysitter Lives. Bro, after you finish this, you switch it around and you read this. It says a double, saga double. I don't know if the sagas intertwine or anything. Reading this, they don't necessarily have anything in common, but I don't know. So 1, 2, and then the creme de la creme of this video. I've been talking for 5 minutes. The creme de la creme of this video, The Great Man by Kyra Davis Laurie. Yeah, The Great Man by Kyra Davis Laurie. This might be an unpopular opinion, okay? I didn't enjoy The Great Gatsby as everyone else. I didn't have a great reading experience with The Great Gatsby, and the more I think about it, I read it in a very tumultuous time in my life. I was going through it. I was very much going through it, okay? And I didn't enjoy that book, okay? So I gave it like a 3.5 or 3.75 or some shit like that. And I said, damn, that's a classic, gone. Now this book, The Great Man, is a poignant retelling of The Great Gatsby set among LA's black elite. A young veteran finds his way post-war, pulled into a new war of tantalizing possibilities and explorative tension. Bro, a Black Great Gatsby. A Black Great Gatsby. I think that is what I needed, okay? Okay, I think I am going to enjoy the fuck out of this book, right? Now, these 2 books I paid full price, okay? These 2 books I paid full price. So, this needs to be read in February. With February coming up, my birth month, and Black History Month, it needs to be read in February. Stephen Graham Jones, I need to read this as soon as possible. I need to read this as soon as possible. I don't put no stock. Okay. Another unpopular opinion, okay? I don't put no stock in when I read books, okay? I buy the books, okay? And once they go on my shelf, I know they're going to get read. Okay? Every book on this side that you guys see in frame is going to get read. Is going to get read at some point, sometime, somewhere, okay? When I buy books full price, I put them on priority. However, I don't rush to read a book, because that starts a recipe for disaster. So simply, I buy the book. I've seen this book 3 times, and on the 3rd time I said, you know what? Maybe I do want to read that book. Maybe that Stephen Graham Jones is the one for me. So I picked it up. I wanted some contemporary fiction. I wanted some black stories. And I literally was walking around the bookstore for a good 45 minutes with one book in my hand, looking for a good black contemporary fiction, and I found it. So I'm going to read that in February. That I get read in February. Oh, we're still reading Boys Come First. I'm going to sit down and try to knock out 50 pages. Made me an iced coffee, smoking me a joint, living the life, you know what I mean? This is what I do. I read books and I smoke. I don't go out. I work and I read. Damn. And I'm about to be 26 in 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, if I don't come back to you, good night type shit. Like, I don't know what to say. Hello, you guys. quick. Good morning. It is November 6th, right? I'm here to say 2 things. I lied. This video will not be coming out the first week of November. Shit happened. I am barely getting to read. I literally am just about to crack 100 pages in Boys Come First. And it's fine. The video is just gonna take however long. That's one. Number two, you guys. This book is so good. Okay? This book is so good, so gay, and so black. However, there are some layering things that I'm starting to pick up on with the writing. Number one, this is almost told as if you're supposed to know things already. Like maybe there was like a little novella that came out first. You know what I mean? Maybe there was like a little novella that came out first. Because this is told as if you're supposed to know things already. And it's fine. It's working. However, that's just one thing that I picked up on. And number two, some of these men, Remy in specific, might be a tad bit hypocritical. You know, he's a contract person, right? So he has a lot of, they call him Mr. Detroit, right? He has a lot of hands in pots, right? He sees that, you know, the old Detroit, the black Detroit, is being gentrified. However, he is about to partner with a father-son duo that is about to close down one of the other guys' school that he works at. I'm blanking on his name because I haven't been in his chapter for a bit. And he's, what is his name? Troy. There we go. And Troy has been worried about that. And there was like a throwaway line where Troy said, I bet you Remy has his hand in the pot to like get the school closed down. And lo and behold, he has his hand in that pot, you guys. So this is about to get messy. And then the next thing about these 3 black men, they keep saying things like there's a lot of white people and there's a lot of this, that, and the third. But their only source of friends of color is the 3 of them and whatever friends of whatever people of color are in their immediate circle. Like, they don't go out of their way to like look for black folks. And I just find that a little bit contradicting, a tad bit hypocritical, because like, I think it's Remy, right? Remy said he doesn't have black friends except for these guys, but when he goes to the club, he's doing lines of coke with white girls. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Just a tad bit hypocritical. But I gotta go inside. It's 8 o'clock. I'll see you guys later. Hello, you guys. I am here to do something so crazy, okay? So crazy. I'm here to wrap up a book that I started back in November. You guys, I'm here to wrap up Boys Come First. And I was filming 2 videos with this book included. And both of those videos were not posted because we're waiting on this book. So guess what I'm about to do? I'm putting this clip in both videos. So if you watch one, prepare to see this clip at the end of another. I don't know what to say. Okay? Anyways, you guys, I finished this book yesterday, and finish is a loose word, okay? I want to say I had all of 50 pages left to read. For the past month and a half, I've had all of 50 pages left to read, and they were excruciating. I didn't want to do it. I've literally... You guys, I started this book before I went on a cruise. I went on a cruise, downloaded the book on Kindle, and still didn't finish it, okay? This was a mess, okay? I put up my Goodreads review already, but the first 150 pages were fine. The first 150 pages were fine. You were getting to know the characters, you were getting to know the world, this, that, and the third, okay? Boom. The more we got into the characters and the world and the setting, and boring, childish, hypocritical, nonsensical mess, okay? I literally... You guys, last night, not even last night, around 3 o'clock this morning, this book was haunting me. This book was haunting me, okay? I picked it up. I probably read 10 out of those 50 pages. And then I said, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to skim the rest. And what did I do? I skimmed the rest. I stopped on a page here. I stopped on a page there. Nothing of substance. I said, you're wasting my time. So those 50 pages, I'm not reviewing this based on those 50 pages. I'm reviewing this based off of the 225 pages that I read. 2.75, okay? I gave this a 2.75. You're gonna have to fight me. This was, bro, all 3 of these men were grown adults. Mess. Childish mess, okay? I was reading this, and I literally felt like I was in high school again. I literally felt like these are... One of them are called Mr. Detroit because he's like a big prominent figure in like rebuilding Detroit and shit like that. You guys, he's a kid. He came off as a kid to me. Very childish, very immature, very hypocritical. It was a mess. But anyways, I'm excited that this is now finished because I was not going into 2026 with a book unread, with a book being processed, if I will. I was not going into 2026 with a book in the loading dock. So whatever, 2.75. Goodbye, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry that this took so goddamn long.